Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Miami Dolphins. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. They'll run on first down. Ball. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. Charles, you talk about this defense, and they're in for a tough test, playing a team working on a 3-game win streak. But their head coach very confident in his guys' chances when he spoke to the media earlier this week.
I'd call him brimming with confidence, and he should be. Because if that's what he needs to do to fire up his guys, he should do so. And he's telling everybody, we've got a locker room full of guys ready to step up. And he's making sure that he believes it so that he hopes that his players will as well.
On second down, it's Hall. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific last week in the victory over Buffalo.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
On first down, it's Hall. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On first down, Wilson. He completes this one to Mack. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he'll find Hall. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards. On second down now, it's Hall, and he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They go play action now. Wilson. And that is incomplete here.
No sense risking anything there on first down, even though he's still in the pocket. He had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Rolling to... And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. That makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert, and he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
From the gun, it's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it. Well, these two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they're looking for another win here at MetLife Stadium to take the season series 2-zip. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this is incomplete.
The touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From midfield, here's Tua. And that's complete to Cooks. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now Tua. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They scored a touchdown the last time they had the football, but things going to be a little bit more difficult this time. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not get back there. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Tua now on first down. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They hand it off to Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 29, Tua. Steps away. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, the 30, 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick, 1st and 10. A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes.
Brandon Cooks, 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Looking to pass. Tua. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Caught. Kelsey, left side. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Tua now, 3rd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception, tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. He's got room to run past the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. On play action, here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this is back to a 5-point game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, and not much time, we'll see how they play this. Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson being chased out left. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we've hit halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the home team, the Jets, leading this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. And the half will begin with a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play there for the Dolphins. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
2nd down and goal. Tua to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hall, and they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Now Wilson on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory right at the 40. Here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, it's Hall, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They'll try the left side. Hall down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
On 2nd and very short, Tua sliding out of the pocket. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. He gets it to Cooks. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That's swung out to Mostert. They'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because
touchdown, Dolphins! Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now Wilson. Left side, it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Now Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st. They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st and 10, it's Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now the try here for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Tua. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, You definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick six territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Tagovailoa going to try and throw on third down. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at about the 31, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time, but now it's evident because you can see it in their face.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off Byron Jones. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the fourth.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes,
and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On 2nd down now, it's Hall. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And some room to maneuver. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence because he can see the play right in front of him.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And they take a knee. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Jets, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll have another home date next week as the LA Rams come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, we'll see how this affects their playoff standing as they fall to 7-4 now on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports. The EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the desert Southwest, Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
And now here's a carry heading left. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. John Ross, 63 yards. And the 49ers are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll fake it to counter. Now Murray. That'll be taken in by Damiere Byrd. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To throw, it's Murray. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. He'll get this to counter underneath. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Again, they'll throw with Murray. He'll get that one complete to counter. And he is going to have a Cardinals 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. A 1st down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Meanwhile, Murray's throw caught by Byrd here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Murray. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. Expected from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So from the 2, now they move back to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal. Here's Murray. Flushed out right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he's going to be marked down very close to the 1st down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. The keeper good for only 4, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
7-7, our score after one. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. They'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And the Cardinals will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they picked that one off. Well, there was no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area, so it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Murray now on 1st down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Murray again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Zach Ertz has it complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. They'll run on 1st down. Frost. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
2nd and 5. Murray going to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Incomplete.
He's thrown one interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
They'll look to throw again. Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. A final shot before half from Murray. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? this team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
To throw again on second down. Murray. He finds Hopkins complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Murray to throw on 3rd and 1.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted.
Picked off near the 44. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
They'll try to run this one in. And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. They'll try again. And across the goal line into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Punching it in from a yard away. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Here's McCray now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Snap comes to Murray at 1. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off near the 42. Then he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Open man is Ross, complete. Touchdown 49ers. John Ross. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Murray. That's complete to his running back, Connor. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. To throw is Murray. And that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now, their friend, as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. Past the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 79 yards. And the Niners are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth-quarter lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to... It got his man, complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point splits the uprights, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And some space here. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by McCrane, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And the Niners are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along. If you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
He was brought down by Blasson Austin. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now a handoff as they run left side. Room to run past midfield. And he's got room. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 18. 89 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, break it the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all